Welcome back to round 3 of the U.S. National Championship here at SteamCon US. Here with Jimmy Giblin, Pat Vandelza.
Thank you for having me. We have got the strictly the worst matchup.
Exactly.
In the semi-finals, and so we brought Pat back, kicked JJ out to well, you can really just go into these guys.
Yeah, swap into the appropriate commentator for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two, I think I've only played this matchup once.
Really?
Or at least Vince has.
Vince, yeah.
Alex got to play it once or twice yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
So he's probably got a little more practice than Vince.
Yeah.
But
Vince has pulled out his pocket Midas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Alex is playing the standard Thresher.
The Thresher 6 we've seen on Angry Stream so far.
Actually, yeah, I guess he has the chicken instead of the donkey.
Buckwheat. Yeah. Back there just in case Vince psyched him out and brought out smoke.
Yep.
Just in case. But the condition removal is strong anyway. We went through the draft and Vince has taken Midas, Flask, Original Catalyst, Decimate, Vitriol, and Calculus for the blind. And bots with Thresher, Peck, Millstone, Tater, Jackstraw, and Harrow.
Yep. Vince lost the roll and got to choose his side. I elected to stay over there.
Yep.
Imagine
Vince choosing to kick.
Yeah. Imagine he'll kick with Vitriol as he often does, but he could surprise us.
Yeah, Vitriol can kick, get into cover.
Yep.
Although, to be honest, I need to remember the changes on Vitriol's card.
Yeah, they're interesting because she is very killable by Thresher now.
Yes.
And Thresher is one of those players that clone is less useful against.
Yeah.
Because you just have to get right out or within an inch.
Yeah, within 1 inch, you don't care anymore. Then.
Yeah. Although the clone counterattack is still live.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting one. So. The other matchup, if you've checked on Longshanks, is Jordan Knack versus Shane Waddy. And that is Corsair versus Thresher, most likely, one would assume.
I think they've already drafted that, actually.
Yeah. So the winner of each of these games go into the final to see who is the US national champion.
I think Vince has been trying to find a way to play Midas since since W2C, basically.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he's playing Decimate as his union at this point instead of Harry. So he liked Harry with smoke, but
100%. You get the AOE still, even though you've not taken Mercury.
But I think he thinks having Decimate allows him to play more of a scoring football game and also have a second damage dealer to go with Catalyst. Yeah. But I think he's struggled with the allocation for turn 1 sometimes, where you want to. Early on, you want to lure Catalyst so that to turn on Vitriol's dodge.
Yep. To start of activation dodge to speed her back up.
Exactly, and sort of help her get to the point where she can deal with the counter charge from Tater and put that pressure back on. But the allocation does get a little awkward, I think.
So we see Vitriol here jogging up to kick off the ball, and bots there placing Millstone and Tater right within get out range of Millstone.
It is the standard bots formation. Did it last round as well.
Yeah.
Or slightly differently because he kicked, but
yeah.
It's a chance to reroll.
Kick is successful. Silver for direction.
He's not using the box.
I was going to say, despite being commentating all day yesterday and knowing the frustrations of people not using the dice tray, Vince has decided to just roll on the table.
Don't remind Vince about the dice tray. Not a bad kick for Vitriol.
You got Andrew Barrett in the chat saying, "Pat, please help. Both my dads are fighting."
This is quite the game to watch. Because one way or the other, I'm never going to hear the end of this game.
Yeah, you're going to have an American in the final at least.
Yeah. We still have the chance for an All-American final.
We do. But also, I sort of secretly am supporting the Canadians so that we have the whole. Nobody from their own country wins their national championship.
That's still on the table.
Yep.
Looks like they're getting actually started here.
Yeah, clocks are ticking and we're off. Vince saying he's lost an influence at some point during the tournament.
Quick allocation on a box.
Yeah. He's got his turn 1 sorted with these farmers.
I think so, yeah. It almost, in some ways, feels like he has the version where he kicks like down to a science because there's less decisions to make about passing and things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes when a pass goes wrong, you have to spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
he definitely is.
I have the exact same thing with smoke. I know exactly what my when I'm kicking, I know exactly what I'm doing. When I'm receiving, I have to actually think about who's going to go retrieve the ball, where's it ended up. There's a decision point to make. Whereas kicking, you just go right. I know what I'm done.
Yep.
I know what my turn 1 plan is. So Harrow here, tool up, out of cover within 6 of Peck. Passing the ball to Peck. It's successful, keeping the momentum.
Appears pretty safe from Vitriol, definitely for now, because she doesn't have the dodge. And I think even if he elects to take another activation, it seems pretty safe being between
Harrow the cover and on a Def 5 mull with.
You definitely can't go to the left because the Tater's countercharge. Actually, it's not particularly live right now because they're all base to base, but Vince is going to check to make sure. So.
The only charge lane is to go straight forwards with Tater currently. Players just checking there that a model can fit between that gap. Because
it's a very small difference, but an important one.
Yeah. Flask activates and stays right exactly where he is. Yeah. From Alex Boss, Peck will act to what? Yes, he will activate.
That quick flask activation is a favorite of Vince.
Yeah, it just eats into your clock a little bit. There's no decision to be made. Just pass it straight back.
Gives you a second to think about what you're going to do next.
Yeah. Misses the pass. Blackest direction. So 4 inches to the 6. He scores a goal.
Goal
Not
saved.
terrible.
Yeah.
Not gone behind the line.
Yeah.
Not that it matters for this yet. Ball's so far away from Vitriol.
I'm a little surprised Vince's first activation was not to move Catalyst one way or another.
I'll say what, sorry?
Not to move Catalyst one way or another.
Lower gold, yeah.
Yeah. Or even just to activate Catalyst.
Yeah.
It still isn't. Huh. Okay.
Decimate jogs forward, second wind onto Vitriol. Extra jog 2 inches forward, throw out crop dusting. Getting the crop markers in place. And wanting to place these crop markers outside of Midas' sprint heroic range, so that no one tramples on Boxer's crops. Teleporting in. Focus jugs. Back on you. So Millstone there, putting up, get out, immediately moves forwards, pushes Thresher and Tater forwards 2 inches. Quarter of an inch to grab the ball. Four inches forwards into that little gap. Drops the ball, nobody snaps. Keeping it very safe from Vitriol.
Definitely. Especially without the dodge, but even with the dodge, I don't think she has any good way to get there. It was interesting. Interesting that he measured Midas' sprint to those harvest markers, but Vitriol was always
Vitriol's always
there.
You know, if somebody wants to go crush the crops,
exactly.
Then the super fast model in the middle of the pitch.
Okay, and here you go.
To the charge. Do you reckon Tater's still within 4?
Yes, he definitely is.
Yeah, so he is. So Tater declares his counter charge. Does he want to?
Yeah.
Both harvest markers gone.
I was wondering about that. I think he could have gotten away with it
If he got on a
sprinted,
different
not
angle, yeah.
charged,
Oh yeah, sprint, yeah. Do you think Vince is aware of this? Or do you reckon he's been caught out?
I would not bet he.
They both are very good players, and being caught out by a counter charge is.
So, I mean, I think we heard Jared did several times yesterday, which it's hard.
And he takes the momentous character play Mo down, knocks everyone in his melee zone down, so just Vitriol's affected there, and clock passed back.
So the only. Oh, okay. Vince mentioning he should have cast Clone before taking that charge.
Yeah. And Vince saying, I think I've just given Thresher a kill. And I think so.
Losing 2 health on Vitriol definitely. She's very Thresherable, especially when tooled up.
Stream chat not happy with that move.
Yeah, it
happens.
It's 2 damage on the Vitriol with Tater.
Yep.
It sounds like neither of them is particularly happy with their play. Bots being unhappy with getting the harvest marker sprinted over, and Vince with the forgetting Clone.
Yep.
Vince now trying to navigate the subtleties of Thresher's 11-inch threat with Catalyst. Now that countercharge is off the table, at least for now. So he's got a little more flexibility in how he does that. But, he's got to be very careful of Don't Fear.
Something that's been said by one of the stream guys, which is a really good mantra when watching a stream game. I'm not on the clock. Perfect is the enemy of good. I quite like that. You don't have we don't have the pressure in the commentary area.
Yeah.
You guys at home don't have the pressure of being in the semi-finals of a national championship on the clock.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes you think, right, I need to charge in, generate momentum. Got 2 more. I should generate 3 momentum from this. And you forget the small things.
Yeah.
And whilst it's so obvious and easy on a top-down view, if you don't want to give away what your plan for the turn is, you don't want to put that widget down, measure those 4 inches.
Right. Yeah, it's way easier when you're not invested in the game. You're just sitting here watching.
Sit at home, painting models in your pants.
Seems like a charge on 2 Midas. So he doesn't have a harvest marker for Don't Fear.
Yeah, he's not
this turn.
No attacking Catalyst here. Oof. Three damage on the knockdown onto Catalyst. Now hitting Midas. Lack of momentum really hurting the Alchemists here.
Yep. So yeah, Thresher on the second attack or the last attack against Catalyst not missing and hitting the top of the playbook for the 4 damage knockdown.
Well, playing on a using the iPad as the damage tracker, if that thing runs out of battery, he also loses. It's so risky.
I don't understand the appeal, but
it was really handy when he was in the booth to track things down and having all the cards with instant access. But I wouldn't trust any bit of technology to be my. If the system crashes and all the damage is gone, he loses by the OP document.
Yep, and his opponent can always ask him to use cards instead. Yeah. And he usually doesn't have cards with him.
Top tip.
Yeah.
David Curkov, can you use your cards, please? No. Oh, well, I win. Shake hands, walk away from table.
Yeah,
Someone very happy in the room there, Jake.
Jake is excited. Alright, so we head on to the top of 2 here. Alex main roll.
So when did he roll off to go first? Claiming the harvest marker to the 14 influence turn. Kind of irrelevant, that harvest marker at this point, so decent trade-off. Stacking 4 on Cat.
Thresher with a lot of different targets here, but no harvest marker to
like a knockdown catalyst, pretty decent to just hit the top end of your playbook, hit those legendary turn.
Yep. As we saw last game, the Thresher legendary turn is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Interesting that he's opted to do it on a turn without Don't Fear Life.
Yeah.
They don't directly interact, but it does sort of.
It just pushes your damage potential that much higher. The fact you get the free character play to do 3 damage to everyone in your melee zone, which would really hurt both those players.
Absolutely. So I imagine the plan here is to put some amount of. I'm not sure how low Midas is the question, because Vitriol is down to 8, which means he can kill her in 4 attacks at worst, probably less. Or, Thresher is a model whose damage output depends fairly heavily on the order he hits his results.
Yeah.
Where, if he hits that 2 damage knockdown early, you just
the setup. If he, not that it matters for Midas, but if he gets the damage and then strips the armor off you, hits the high end of his playbook more frequently, then he's a really interesting captain, because he either needs to get a few good rolls to set himself up, or he needs the full setup from his team to get him ready to go in. And if you can break that activation or strip the harvest markers away so he can't Don't Fear, or force another activation before he gets to activate, then
exactly.
He's
4 damage on the first swing of Vitriol.
Yep.
He's down to 4.
Two damage, and they ain't tough on Catalyst there.
Setting up for the rest of his team to come in and
really
do damage
go
later.
Yeah.
Especially so if Catalyst wants to respond with pressure.
Yeah.
Not only will he lose the fire by standing out, but he'll have to come in and be threatened by taking.
2 health left on Vitriol, so he takes her out. That is Bots on 2 points. And 4 influence down the sink. Now hitting Midas. 8 dice. He's a recover. Takes a momentous knockdown. Now 4s. Oh. 3 momentous damage.
Midas is now in a dangerous place. And Vince. I suppose not. Tater probably still doesn't kill Midas.
So Catalyst still stood up after last turn, spending his activation to stand up after Thresher went in on him.
It's checking for the Millstone Aura on Thresher.
Yeah.
Very important thing to remember.
Always stay within 6. Go for the 1 die blind on Tater. Misses it. Was it on Tater or Jack?
I believe it was Tater, but
I could have sworn I heard them say 1 dice on 5s, but
yeah,
it doesn't make sense to not do it on Tater.
yeah, I think Tater's the clear answer. So with Midas on 11, Tater, I don't think has fantastic odds to kill him, even if he rolls very well. Because he can do 5 damage on the charge somewhat reliably, but hitting the 3 is not reliable in any sense. But you can put both Catalyst and Midas in a somewhat awkward position.
Yeah, I mean, Midas will be looking pretty low after this.
Absolutely. Alex is running a little low on reach models to interact with Midas.
Yeah, he's got plenty of image melee in the team.
Yeah. That's a big roll.
Oh, charging Midas.
And he hits the top end of his playbook for 3 damage before the trait, so he does the full 6.
Full 6.
He needs to hit it one more
Midas
time.
there, one HP left. And Midas taken out momentously.
It's a big deal.
8 influence taken off the table for no response.
It's a problem for Vince.
One damage to knock down on Calculus, I believe that was. Oh, yeah, got the mow down.
Yeah. Wrapped to the 1. So that's Alex sitting on 10 momentum.
A lot of momentum, yeah. Too much momentum.
We saw the last game, Thresher get kind of out of control, but this game is in a difficult spot for Vince at this point. Does Flask again.
At least bring him up and put down the cover.
I suppose.
I guess Vince, from streaming with him yesterday, was very scared of Flask being killed and then exploding onto your own guys. So bringing him into that melee and having Thresher go in, don't fear the Reaper, and hit him a few times just to explode him to splash fire and damage onto everyone else.
Yeah, he's had a couple of rough games against engineers and stuff where they'll just throw
just
AoEs at him. And because he would use the smoke cloud to reposition smoke, she'd be close to him.
Yeah.
Would occasionally get out of control.
I mean, drop the smoke and roll away.
Yeah. So I suppose on the bright side for Vince, he does have. This is the legendary turn, and so
this is the worst of it.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen both these things happen, and there's been no crop markers around to amplify the damage.
He does still have some influence on Millstone, who actually has
under legendaries.
Yeah,
a bruiser as well.
Vince seems to understand the difficulty of the situation he's in. Say this is a disaster so far.
Did Catalyst just walk up there and not make any attacks?
So he declared an attack, and Tater decided to counter.
Okay,
so
sorry, passing it over for the thought.
Forcing him to take the knockdown, basically.
Gets 4 hits, no armor.
He definitely has the option for the damage knockdown. Yeah. See if he takes it.
2 damage, double push. Trying to bring him over to get some more crowd outs. The counter attack's declared.
Oof.
Catalyst there, knocked down again.
And he's done.
That's him done. That's rough. Did Catalyst not have a knockdown or anything himself on the first 4 results?
So he got knocked down when Tater came in and knocked down Calculus as well.
Yes.
And then so he had to stand up to get to Tater.
Was Tater within 6 of Millstone though? Just thinking for Catalyst's initial attack. Looks like it might have been.
He took the double push. I guess that must have been why.
Yeah. To try and bring him out of the range for the next attack in case he
missed the knockdown.
With the mow down on 3 and the armor been gone.
Yeah, he's got good odds to hit it, but it's not guaranteed. I've seen some attacks on a Millstone at the knockdown Catalyst. And he wraps. Jeez.
Knocked down at 2 damage.
Isn't he already?
I think he is already knocked down.
Yeah, okay.
Attacks again, drops 4. I think Catalyst knocking down Tater and even Millstone taking it would have been fine.
That would have been fine as well, yeah.
Well, 5 more damage than to Catalyst. And then puts a Harvest Marker down for Honest Labor. Is it Honest Labor?
The Honest Labor is the Grange thing.
That's the Grange one, yeah.
I don't remember what her...
Planting Season.
Yeah, there you go. And Harrow's is Sow the Seeds. Let's see. So Alex is definitely going to have the choice of going first next turn.
Yeah.
And as Alex just mentioned, his counter turn is live again. Vince has to be very careful.
And everyone's knocked down, so no one's engaging. So.
Exactly.
Decimate there, just jogging in cover.
Yeah, this,
and Vince being able to spend an entirety of two influence this turn is just.
It's a really difficult
rough.
position. So Alex will have likely 3 harvest markers on the turn, or on the field at the beginning of next turn.
Yeah.
It's some good damage out of crop dusting here, I imagine.
Yeah. Calculus on 3s, 2 damage. Calculus 2s, he takes 2 as well.
And teleports to harvest marker in the middle.
Yep.
Did he not replace the harvest marker?
I don't think he placed them, no. Strange.
This feels like a position.
Unless, so with the crop markers not being placed, Boss is like,
maybe
I've got 2, I'm going to pull them straight away, so I'll just have
see
a
how he allocates.
50 influence turn. Just.
This is definitely a situation where Thresher can go do some work. Catalyst is getting down there on health.
I'm so low on health, and
Calculus is
everyone's
not doing
around
great
there.
either.
I mean, there is the Don't Fear the Reaper probably kills everybody,
So,
or hurts everyone at least.
this is a difficult position.
VP's on 4.
4, I believe. He's got Vitriol coming back on the field, and kind of has to allocate to her in hopes of chasing the wall down, but it's,
full.
it's pretty dead.
Yeah, Peck's holding it in a pecking cover,
Yeah.
deep in Alex's half.
It's needs several goals here. Difficult position to threaten them.
Thresher there, choosing to activate.
Don't Fearing on Calculus, Catalyst, Decimate, and his own Millstone.
Nice.
That is an Alex Bot's favorite. Don't Fearing your own models.
Casualties of war.
Yeah. Hero heals 2 of it, you know. Taking a swing at Catalyst. 3 credits. It's kills Catalyst.
That's Catalyst down, 6-0 to Bots.
So that the Don't Fear is the first damage Decimate's taken, so just going to start swinging at Calculus instead.
Yep. Oh. 2 damage. And again. Three damage. Another attack going on. Oh, good rolls. 3 more damage.
It's getting real low. I think 2 will do it here. Yep, and gets the kill.
And that is Catalyst down, 8-0.
Wow. It's a deep hole now.
Yeah. And you can't score.
You can't score.
You can't score.
And you can't really win the fight. So Vince decided to activate Decimate here, trying to find something to do with Decimate before. Oh, okay. So she was engaged by Thresher during his activation, but not anymore.
Not during the outside of it. Sprint, second wind on Midas.
So I mean, I think at a minimum Vince has identified what's going wrong in the sense that he has to get away from the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
he can't win it right now.
The sort of like the initial engagement, I think he was far too bunched up. He knows that's what Thresher wants someone to do, and we've seen what happens when you bunch up and have just models that Thresher can hit multiple targets of.
Absolutely, and Tater can knock down multiple of. And...
Yeah, I mean, if this is a guild that fights so well, you cannot get into a brawl with them and
hope to win it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the defensive tech to ignore your knockdowns, ignore your conditions. They heal really well. The best thing to do is play out-and-out football, and you can't help but feel if that was a clone charge from Vitriol in turn one, how different this game could be.
Definitely.
You know, just getting that little bit of momentum, not having Tater so far on the pitch already. You know, we prepared him well for turn two to then charge and mow down more people. He'd be still deep in his own half.
Yep.
Be different story in this one.
Vince would have the opportunity to generate momentum on turn one.
Yeah.
By hitting Jackstraw. It's not guaranteed, but you know, you can get a point out of there and then even potentially dodge back into Tater.
Yep. The legendary's there, the heroic's there for Midas to speed himself up to then go and hit Jackstraw again.
Both mascots doing quick activations there. Alex handing the ball over to Jackstraw.
Yeah.
Sliding his way up the field.
I'm not saying no, so he's going first.
Yeah.
So just setting everything up ready for the looking for the next takeouts.
I'm not 100% sure what his first activation will be, honestly. Leaves the ball on Tater, which I mean is a reasonably safe place. He's charmed female. He doesn't cover there.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, cover against both Vitriol and Mist. That cover is safe against everyone else except those two models, and it just becomes instinct that like I can get into cover, so I should. I'm not. It's weird to think I'm safer outside of cover here.
Oh, we're just going for the goal. Didn't realize those were Tater's objectives.
So yes. Take a shot, bonus time back up to 3, looking for a tapping goal to steal the game. And he misses it.
He misses it, all right.
Wow.
1 out of 27, guys.
Yeah. Direction distance. 6 to the 6. Classic.
Wow, missing 3-die tap-ins is rough.
Yeah. Well, everyone's missed on the left-hand side of the pitch from yesterday. We did say it was due to happen on the right-hand side at some point.
Okay.
Doesn't go through Flask. Convinced that I wouldn't take it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the right choice. So.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just give Tater the goal at the start of next turn.
So Vince does have players coming back on the field, so he can grab that as he comes back on if he wants to.
That's end of turn. Wow. 5 to 1, so a 1-6 does it, and it doesn't happen. Gets the 1, but players there just going, sorting out what the momentum was and what that meant for the dice roll. Boss does get, despite his best efforts, does get to go first.
Now has to decide how to come up with these last 4 points here.
Yeah. I mean, do you reckon Thresher can sprint over, grab the ball, still be in range to hit Flask, generate some momentum off of him, tap it in?
It's close.
How fast is Thresher?
He's at 5'8". So
5'8", oh yeah.
He's got to be within 9.
He's well in.
He is. I'm not sure he can get to the ball and engage twice. If he is, I'm sure he'll try.
Yeah.
I think the bigger thing is he's allocating to Tater and Thresher such that Vince can't afford to come pick up the ball.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just loses another player.
Just loses them again. Counter charge is not live, so there is no return charge in the maintenance phase.
Yep.
Catalyst here looking to come on, pick the ball up, and just hoof it upfield.
I mean, I think that's kind of what he has to do in this situation to keep Alex from scoring, but he also really can't afford to score himself.
You can't knock it back out because it just goes into the middle of the field, and the entire Farmers Guild are there to collect it.
This has to be well. If Vince does pick up this ball by jogging back on the field, that basically has to be his first activation.
Yeah.
If he wants to generate momentum. So, let's see how he does this. All right. So Vince has
play returns.
Yep. He's got plenty of time to figure this out, and I imagine he's going to make good use of it. He's really sort of transitioning over to this corner here. With Vitriol being the one accepting. And Flask, which, Flask can't get away.
Flask can't get away, but he's not even an attractive target because he'll just hurt the Farmers some more, slow them down. And he's only 1VP, which doesn't really do anything at this point in the game.
Exactly.
Because all that happens is Flask comes back on in the top right-hand side corner and no one's over there to deal with him.
Exactly. All right, here we go.
So these going down here are just proxies.
Committing the cardinal sin of proxy harvest markers, which he himself has complained about.
How to confuse everyone at home who's just joined. These are proxy
He literally
markers.
has a proxy base right there, but no, can't have that.
We're getting a base size line. See if Thresher can charge through this gap. Looks like he can to me.
Seems pretty comfortable.
So charge forwards, engage Midas. Looks just shy of decimate. Midas comes back on 7 health.
Let's see.
If you can't get the harvest marker there for Don't Fear.
Sure.
But with 5, you can take him out.
Yeah, he's got pretty good odds. Yeah, I think Vince has to death dance this.
Death dance to 6. Thresher can have 5, can't he? So charge and 3 attacks.
Yep. So he really wants to hit the 2
Let's
here.
charge. Yeah, double 6 seems likely. Up against nothing.
Whiffs it. This is bad though. That's basically off the table.
Yeah. It's good for Vince. Vince's knocked down. Dodge to within 2 to make sure he's engaging. It's a good play.
And Vince spent his momentum, so he's
can't stand
kind of
up.
stuck. Yeah.
Has to do something else first. Allow someone else to come in and have a go.
He doesn't have any other 2-inch models, particularly nearby, so he might have to go for the crop dusting if he can get them down there.
2 damage onto Midas, and they ain't tough. Spills over onto Decimate. 2 total damage to Midas. So he's currently on 5. Last attack. 3 damage.
That's big. That's really big.
That a defensive stance on the charge, saving Midas's life. Vince here looking at the potential of a goal. Okay. Players here just double checking exactly what is Midas' self set.
He's and they decide he's down at 2, which is
correct.
Yeah, that's how I understood it, and that is in crop dusting range.
Which really means Decimate needs to generate 2 momentum and healing. Otherwise, that's just a dead Midas with 4 more inf off the table. For meaningful influence spent in this game, I think we've seen 3 from Vince. We saw
Sounds about right.
Lure of Gold to bring Catalyst forwards, a Missed Blind, and 1 attack from Catalyst. Other than that, everything's been negated, so Bot's really controlling the game here.
Absolutely.
When you think this is turn 3 out of 36 momentum, 36 influence spent, 3 of it's been of some note.
It's quite a ratio. Alex also missing the crop dusting to kill Midas.
Yeah, good.
The bonus time crop dusting.
Bonus time, yeah. Well, he's going for the takeout. We need to see something big from Vince.
But these are the rolls he needs.
Hop, hop. Engaging both with out of 1 of Midas there with the jump in from props. And with a knockdown on 3 2-pointing blows, you need a momentum from somewhere to heroic out of that.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, his options for that are not fantastic. It's either...
Well, you really need either... If Decimate had 3 on her, you go stab, 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 heal Midas, and then he's got his 1 for his heroic.
Yeah.
Remove conditions on heroic, really.
Right.
It's rough.
Yeah. He really... has to find some momentum before he activates Midas. But at this point, he is sort of out of threats to Midas.
Yes, very true. Tate is the only other person really threatening.
Yeah. That's considering the seismic kick. I think he's decided not to.
I'd quite like a seismic kick through Thresher and Jackstraw.
I could easily see him having gone for that if Midas was standing.
Midas was stood up ready to take it, Yeah, missed the shot on goal. I missed the shot, sorry. Not shot on goal, what am I talking about? No one here. Missed the pass, scatters. 6 to the 6.
Every scatter goes 6 to the 6.
Every single. So 6 to the 6, hits the barrier, stops, snaps back to him, has another try at it. Vince remembers to roll.
Misses it again.
Misses again. Goes 3 inches to the 1.
Silver's direction, 1 inch to the 3, I think.
Oh, 1 inch to the 3. So she intercepts.
Yep. Let's see. So he still doesn't have any momentum.
Momentum starvation's really
Alex
bad.
Alex doesn't have a ton, so Vince actually
No, very true.
has a chance that he can compete here.
A Bot's there exclaiming, I only have 2 momentum? What's going on with this turn?
Yeah, compared to the past 2 turns, it's, may as well be nothing.
Dripping in momentum.
Exactly.
Millstone can reach Midas, but Midas has unpredictable movement, so it escapes.
Tater going ahead and charging Flask.
Stay charging Flask, just looking for momentum here, really. Guarantee going first.
You can also put him in a position to threaten Catalyst next turn, and even kill Flask for activation advantage. Although he will poison damage himself.
3-2. Does 5 damage to him. Deciding charge. This 1. 4 dice, nothing. And 1 more. 2, hits everything. 2 damage. Leaving Flask on 5, 6, 7 on 1 health left.
I want to say
2. The 9 health.
No, 1 or 2. I'll find out.
Either way, in a very killable range for next turn.
Yeah, 1 or 2 swings out of Tater should get it done.
See,
he's 8, so he's on 1. Or, right, yeah, he's on 1.
Decimate sprints all of 2 inches to destroy that harvest marker. Good play to get rid of the, one of the Don't Fear the Reapers. Where's an attack on Jackstraw?
Decimate swing on Thresher, I think, and taking his free counter attack.
Yep, yes, you're right. 4s.
Which is a bit of an issue for Thresher, or for Decimate, as Thresher
because Thresher can reach, Chooses not to dodge. Flat dice, minus cover, +1 for Jack Straw. Looking for 4s, no armor because of takes the knockdown.
With a dodge, because he's
dodge. Out of melee, still engaging Marius. But an all-important point of momentum generated for Midas there.
Midas will have the eternal worry of attacking Thresher that he'll just get knocked back down, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is fairly likely. It's not fairly likely. You know, he's got to worry about it. It's insult to injury after.
Jogging 5. Yeah. Nothing good on the table, so we've still got Calculus to activate.
Yep. He's got Calculus, Midas, and Vitriol. Yeah. It's definitely the most activations he's had in a turn.
Yeah, very true. No one's dead.
Yeah. Vitriol really only has a Peck to interact with.
I at this point in the turn, I'd be tempted to go with Vitriol now to go generate the 2 momentum from Peck before Peck just leaves.
Yeah.
And Vitriol has to just stand there with 2 influence and can't do anything. I mean, all of this is still going to be here for Calculus because these models have activated.
Yeah.
I'd be going with Vitriol now. Get that momentum, and that allows Midas to clear his conditions and heroic away from everybody. So Vince here wanting to unsnap the ball but can't because he's just engaged himself. But saying you can do it when you're jogging, it's at any point. It's just like, yeah, but that's not where I want it to be.
Can't quite get it far enough to get it to Midas. Yeah, so the one downside of sending Decimate in there for the momentum is that now Millstone's influence is live again.
Yeah. 1 damage from Mentis push there onto Jack Straw. But another point of momentum. Doesn't disengage himself, but spends 2 to stand Midas, make a pass. 2 dice is engaged, and 5s because Midas is engaged. Which he hits. And some choice words. Vince is very happy there.
He is, yeah, very happy to finally hit that pass.
He's away.
With the ball.
The ball.
Goes Peck away from Vitriol.
Peck leaves. Needs to go find a point of momentum from somewhere.
He should have 1 from the pass, right?
Spent it to 4-inch dodge.
It's Midas.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Take a shot, I guess.
Minus jogs to max. Take a shot. Gets the goal.
Oops.
Plays Who Are You? It's rough. Kicks the ball out within 10. Looking to get it to Millstone to finish the game off. So Vince here hoping for a 1-6 Black's direction. 5 inches to the 4. It's
That's
pretty
perfect.
much perfect for bots here. Millstone takes it. Millstone sprint, shot on goal.
Can he miss a second tapping?
4, 6, 7. Definitely in tapping range. Shot with a bonus time. 3 dice tapping again.
I believe so.
And he hits it, and that is 12-4 to bots in a masterclass of
It's a rough game.
rough game. I feel bad for Vince there. I think we just caught before we turned the player mics off that he was saying that my first turn was not great. I messed up heavily on that one.
Yeah, that's the danger of Thresher and any kind of snowball-y team.
Yeah.
Where those first turn mistakes can just cost you dearly.
Cost you the game, really. I mean, quite a few things different in the first turn, not clumping up so deep together, giving Thresher and Tater that opportunity to multiple hit people with 3 damage and knock down. Everything like that. Vitriol not cloning before going into countercharge range, huge. Not generate any momentum in turn 1 when these guys, when they're knocked down, couldn't stand up to get in to spend their momentum, their influence, sorry.
Just finding yourself in a position where Thresher can legendary and the rest of his team can actually make use of it.
Range,
and get to spend pretty much all that influence, like making useful attacks. It's just not, unless you're an incredibly good fighting team, that's not something that many teams can withstand.
No. Well, we'll see bots again on stream for one more game today. I don't believe it has been updated on Longshanks, who is doing well in the other semi-final. Still not
appears they're still
yet.
going. So
it is a Thresher versus Shane Watty versus Jordan Knock.
Yep. So we'll see who wins that, and we'll be back in a bit later with the final game.
I'll see you very soon, guys.